Scooter, Kitty Car, Bantam Bomber, Tinker Toy Bomber, and Heineman's Hot Rod. These are all nicknames for one of the most dynamic carrier-capable fighter bombers in history, the Douglas A-4 Skyhawk. Created by designer Ed Heineman, the A-4 became a fierce combatant starting on August 4th, 1964 in its first raids over the skies of North Vietnam. Later engagements included the Yom Kippur War and the Falklands War. The A-4 also played a key role in the First Indochina War as it swung low and dropped its munitions on the Viet Minh. This led to the nickname the Great Ghost. Between 1954 and 1979, Douglas built 2,960 Skyhawks, each to the tune of $2.8 to $3.8 million apiece, depending on the variant. Not only was the craft a fantastic combatant, but also was a pioneer in the buddy air-to-air refueling technique. This allows similar craft to refuel one another. The way to do this, one craft would first launch with a fuel pod and a refueling probe on the starboard. The attack craft would load up on weapons and enough fuel as was allowed for their weight limits, and then once airborne, they rendezvous and refuel without the need of having a dedicated tanker. The craft's small size and fantastic performance led to other achievements. The XA4D-1 prototype actually set the world record for speed at 695.163 miles per hour on October 15, 1955. Many of the design choices for the bird led to less weight and better technique, such as the engine could be accessed and removed by removing the aft section of the craft. It didn't need the same folding wing tips as other crafts, as the delta wing was small enough to not require it. The wheel struts were housed in a fairing under the wing, this making the wing itself lighter. The leading edge air slats didn't use motors. Instead, they would drop automatically depending on the air pressure and gravity. It could land on 2 drop tanks, limiting the damage to the craft in case the need would arise, such as hydraulic failure. But the small design doesn't mean that the hot rod lacked in bite. The Skyhawk came with 2 Colt Mark 12 cannons. Depending on the model, it could have between 100 to 200 rounds of ammo. It was the first aircraft that used the AIM-9 Sidewinder deployed outside the US. Let's talk about the general characteristics of the craft. It had 1 crew. The length was 40 feet, 1.5 inches, or 12.230 meters. The wingspan was 27 feet, 6 inches, or 8.38 meters. The height was 15 feet 2 inches, or 4.62 meters. Empty weight was 9,853 pounds, or 4,469 kilograms, and the gross weight was 16,216 pounds, or 7,355 kilograms. The power plant was one Pratt & Whitney J52 P6A turbojet engine. The performance, the maximum speed, 585 knots, which equals out to 673 miles per hour, or 1,083 kilometers per hour at sea level. The range was 1,008 nautical miles, or 1,160 miles, or 1,867 kilometers. The armament, as mentioned before for the guns, was 2 20mm Colt Mark 12 cannons. The hard points that it had were 4 under wing and 1 under fuselage pylon stations with the capacity of 8,500 pounds or 3,900 kilograms. This would offer the capability to house, for rockets, 4 LAU-10 rocket pods, each with 4 127mm Mark 32 Zuni rockets. And it could have an assortment of bombs and also an assortment of missiles. When not armed to the teeth with weapons of war, the craft made for a fantastic trainer and also serving in DACT or dissimilar air combat training techniques. The U.S. Navy's Blue Angels flew the A-4 Skyhawk II from 1974 to 1986. Many American allies fly or flew the bird, such as Israel and New Zealand. For civilians, you too could be the owner for the small price of $1.6 million USD. It would get you a 1964 Douglas A-4D Skyhawk that's for sale in Texas, color schemed in Arctic camouflage, ready to fly, as they say, on a government contract, all inspections completed. Just don't black out. Alrighty people, let's see what this bird can do. Hopefully this is a pretty good replica. We've gotten pretty close to how it looked, so let's see how it flies. So let's take our A4 out for a nice quick flight and see how she performs. So you've heard all the facts, quote unquote facts, but can you tell which one of those is not a fact? In the mix of all of that information, there is one bit of information in there that is indeed untrue. So it is your task to weed through all of the information, and on Tuesday, if you do remember to do so, go in the comments and state what you found to be untrue in all of the information that was provided. Really easy plane to lift off right off the ground. That is beautiful. Let's test the roll. Very nice handling. It is not exactly, tearing through the skies of KSP, but it is handling surprisingly graceful. Now, if I wanted to get better performance out of this, I would actually go and tweak the engine up a bit more. But this bird is flying absolutely spectacularly, and I'd put my money on this one. So, wherein all of the details, which of those facts is indeed a falsehood? If you do know, once again, comments on Tuesday. For Monday, just say "got it" and let everyone know that you know what the falsehood was. And Tuesday, after giving everybody enough time to do their research, go ahead and state what it was that you found to be untrue in all of the details, and from then post all the links you can that you know of about the A4 or your favorite spec detail about the A4 and all of its fantastic histories that it has behind it. But for now, I'm going to get on out of here. Hopefully you guys will play along, and if you do enjoy this little bit of quiz, then definitely let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button, share it out to your friends that like a little bit of history, and we'll go and do another one. We'll take a look. But for now, I'm going to get on out of here. Stay tuned for Wednesday's video, which is going to be a fantastic little outward video with Jolly Rogers and myself. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that one as well. For now, it's your boy Jatois, and I am out of here with my A4. And this one didn't cost me $1.6 million. Peace.